What's up, y'all? This is Well Rounded with A.T. And on today's video, we are having a chat and chill with Andrew. He's a professional in the industry. Would you like to talk a little bit about yourself?
Thank you, A.T. I'm Andrew from SiriusXM in Pandora, and I'm also a DJ on the side as well. I do private events, different agency events as well on behalf of the company. And I'm happy to be here as well, to be here within the mix. And, it's such a pleasure meeting everyone and getting to know their stories and their aspirations.
Yes, as you can see, we're in a whole different facility. It's not my normal podcasting setup. I'm with the Rock Nation School kids. We're in the mix. We're having a networking event, and I took the opportunity to do some networking and, use my content. So, my first question for you is, can you share your process for developing a comprehensive media plan?
Ooh, getting into the advertising and media side of things here.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, so in a nutshell, because I could probably talk about this for another 15 minutes, basically what happens is we have clients who, like your businesses that want to advertise on Pandora, SiriusXM, they come to us, the what we call the revenue organization, the sales side, and they basically say, hey, we have this budget, we have these goals, and we want to reach this audience with these materials that we have. Here's what we call a RFP, a request for proposal, and they list out all the information for their campaign, all the essential information too, like budget, what they have, what their target demographics are. We take all that information, so myself and a few other teams, including my account executive, we look at our ad products that we can offer. Basically, what do we have in our company? What ad products do we have? What targeting capabilities can we implement in this campaign? We brainstorm a little bit, and then we create a media plan. For example, we'll have like a audio advertisement line. We'll have a video advertisement line, and this will all run within like the Pandora SiriusXM environment. But we'll basically compile all this information, a plan, and give it back to the client and say, hey, we can run these ad products for these budgets with this targeting capability, and here's why these ad products are advantageous for this campaign. So we basically submit a plan plus maybe like a PowerPoint deck, a slide deck, just detailing all the information why our plan would be effective. We give it back to the client, they take some time to review it, and if they like it, they'll partner with us. I've been in fortunate positions where we have regular clients always coming back to us for our business, because shout out to, the company, we're one of the better partners to work with, always a strong partner according to them. So I think that kind of summarizes my experience, where we just take their information and craft something that's tailor-made for them.
Cool. My second question is, in your opinion, what are some emerging technologies or platforms that will shape the future of advertising?
I will say right now, our focus is within the podcasting space, because that particular world of audio entertainment is probably the area with the most growth and potential growth. So a lot of our focus is touting our abilities to advertise within the podcasting space, like targeting certain types of shows, certain popular shows within the SiriusXM network and beyond. I think what's going to happen in the next couple of years is that the advertising capabilities within podcasting are going to evolve to be a lot more targeted or customizable in terms of their targeting. We're going to have more custom executions, and by that I mean partnering up with shows directly to create advertising campaigns. Right now, it's still kind of in its like not infancy stage, but like toddler stage or elementary stage. I think in the next couple of years, it's gonna grow to a point where there's gonna be, I can't even think of it because the future. Sometimes it's like I don't even know where it's going. And the advertising industry is always evolving. But I think again within podcasting, I think we'll see a boom in just growing technologies and more customizable executions within that space.
Nice. My third question is, can you share a standout campaign or project you worked on that the impact it had?
That is a tough question because I will have to think back on 9.5 years of these campaigns that I've worked on. I'm trying to think of one that the impact that I had on. I remember, I don't know if this answers your question, but I do remember working with a client that had partnered with us for probably like about 5 years, like for at least 4 to 5 years, consistently partnered with us every year for their like year-long campaigns. And late last year, we get a message from them. This is after we've submitted plans for their review and whatever. But they messaged us, wrote an email to us saying, "Oh, we've decided to run with another audio partner." And that was, first of all, that was very surprising because this client always partnered with us. But it was also like kind of like a slap in the face too. It was just like a message where just say, "Oh, we're gonna go with another partner because they're cheaper."
Dang.
I'm like, damn, this is disheartening. It was disheartening at first, but me, my seller, and her director, we scrambled to put together a revised plan. This is actually, let me backtrack slightly. We hopped on a call with the client and asked them, "Hey, what exactly is it that you want, and what prices are you looking for your ad products?" We asked them some tougher questions just to kind of see where their heads were at. And after that call, it was very helpful too to hear from the clients directly. We scrambled, I think within 24 hours, we came up with a new plan, and in our opinions, it checked off all their boxes, what they were looking for. Cheaper rates, still effective in terms of their audience reach, how many people they would reach. Gave it back to them, say, "Hey, this is a plan that I think that we believe will hit all your goals. This is also like a $1 million plus campaign, by the way. So it's a lot of money on the table, a lot of money riding on this." So we gave it back to them, crossing our fingers, and we get a message from them about a week later saying, we checked out your plan, we're gonna partner with you. So we just literally saved that business, that $1 million chunk of revenue that we would normally get. We saved that for this year. I just remember me and my seller and my director, we were just kind of celebrating after that because it was such a big save and a big win for us. I think I was probably one of the more recent highlights of my, I guess, media career, but just being able to, I say all this to say, like, being able to be confident in our ability to meet client needs and combining all of our knowledge within our internal team. I think that was just a really fulfilling and affirmative moment for us. Just like, hey, we know what we're doing. Like, trust us. And I think that it was a moment where we could feel good about ourselves. Yeah, it's I still kind of like not bask in that glory, but just like, yeah, we did this shit. But I hope that answered your question. I think
it did. I think
all right,
it did.
cool. Yeah, I just
I had one more question, but now I have another question following that after. The question is, how do you stay updated on latest trends and developments in advertising and media?
It can be a little tough. Well, I'd say we have a good team of people, like people in marketing, people in sales marketing, consumer insights. These aren't my teams directly, but I work with all of them in some sort of capacity, and they help us stay updated in all of that. Like what audiences are really resonating with certain podcasts, certain genres, things of that nature. So that's how we as a business stay updated and hopefully stay tuned in to what our consumers actually need. I think for myself, just being in this industry, we just have to roll with the punches in a sense, where it's like things are always changing, things are always evolving, new products are coming out, new technologies are coming out. They're going to teach me eventually, so I just have to approach it with a mindset of, all right, what's next to learn. Other than that, I might read articles here and there, industry articles, and they'll kind of give me a brief overview of what's happening overall within the advertising industry as well. So yeah, it's just kind of being in the industry, you kind of have to stay updated, and you have teams that help you do so. Can't do it alone. There's so much information going around. You need people who are experts in their fields too. Yeah, it's with any industry too. You need people who are smarter than you to be around you and to keep you like educated.
Most definitely. So my last question for you is, for like any of viewers watching who are like music people, artists, CEOs, anything, what would you tell them who wants to be in your lane? Media, advertising, DJ, because you do pretty much a lot. What would you tell them? What advice would you give them?
I guess this applies to any field that want to get into. Take a step of faith and just start where you can. But also, before you take that step of faith, also be educated in your field, be skilled in your craft. Just don't go into blindly, that type of thing. Just don't want to do that. But be confident in your skills and know that you've done the work, the pre-work. Know that you've done the pre-work, you've done the history, you've done the research, and you're at a point where you're confident in showing that to an audience. And it doesn't have to be a big audience either. It could be just to your friends at first. That's where a lot of artists start, just amongst their friends, and then maybe some open mics here and there. But for those who want to get into media and advertising, I had to put in work as well. My first job wasn't in music tech or anything like that. It was in cable TV ad sales, and I was telling people in the breakout sessions, I didn't know a thing about cable TV ad sales or music, but what I did learn in my time in cable TV ad sales was I learned how to I learned how to navigate within the corporate world, gain some soft skills, knowing how to talk to people. I think a lot of that's missing too these days. People don't know how to talk to people.
Yeah.
Knowing how to put on a respectful and quote unquote professional demeanor, whatever that means nowadays, but to be presentable, to know what you're talking about, to sound confident in your speech as well. To have that kind of preparation, to have that foundation allowed me to transition into Pandora and the company, where I had again, soft skills to bring over as well. So for anybody who wants to get into either the artist side of the business or the business side of the business, is have a good foundation of knowledge, like the hard knowledge, and then also develop your interpersonal skills as well, because this industry, and I've said this throughout the breakout sessions, this industry is very relationship driven.
Yes.
It's all about who you know and how, for better or for worse, how others perceive you, right? So the way you present yourself is a brand in itself as well. Like, are you presenting a good brand for yourself? And those who you're interacting with will decide whether or not, like, oh, they want to give you an opportunity or not. So start somewhere, put in the work beforehand, be prepared to know what you're talking about as you get out in public or start meeting people, and represent yourself well as well. I think that's the most, probably the 3 or 4, whatever, however many steps that was. So those are the 3 elements that I think are most important in taking that first step.
Appreciate it, Andrew, for
Thank
having you on the show.
Thank you, man. Appreciate it.
This is Well Rounded with A.T. This segment was Chat and Chill. Andrew, would you like to share your socials to the viewers?
Yep, you can follow me at go_DJOT on Instagram. I'm also on Soundcloud as well. It's Soundcloud, Go DJ Overtime as well. You can check out some of my mixes that I've done. Just keep, you'll stay updated with me on the socials there. So hit me up. I'll follow you back, I promise. And keep in touch.
I hope you guys liked the video. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe. Remember that God gave you a gift, and whatever you do with it is your gift back to God. Peace.
Not flesh, the spirit led. Got the Bible as a weapon, no limits, yeah.